In a year flooded with meme tokens and speculative pumps, one silent contender is being quietly repositioned by institutions. XRP. Often misunderstood, frequently underestimated, but never truly out of the race. Because behind the noise, something big is happening. And in 2025, the XRP narrative is no longer just about crypto. It is about the future of global financial infrastructure, and the players quietly backing it. If you value deep research like this, subscribe to Crypto Wayfarer. Now, let us zoom out. The macro context in 2025 is dramatically different from just a year ago. The Bitcoin ETF flows triggered a cascade of mainstream capital into crypto markets. Ethereum's Layer 2 dominance sparked new efficiency across DeFi. And central banks, especially in the United States and Europe, have begun easing rates after holding steady through global inflationary aftershocks. But amid this broader rally, something peculiar has emerged. A resurgence in interest around enterprise-grade blockchains. Not just speculative tokens or AI narratives. We are talking about infrastructure plays, real-world use cases. And this is exactly where XRP fits. But before we dive deeper, let us be clear. XRP is not just another coin. Native asset of the XRP Ledger, a decentralized, open-source blockchain purpose-built for fast, low-cost global value transfers. At its core, XRP was designed to solve a problem that predates crypto itself: cross-border settlement inefficiencies. Today, international money transfers can still take days to settle. They incur high fees, rely on outdated correspondent banking systems, and lack transparency. Ripple, the company behind the development and adoption of XRP, believed this could be radically improved. And now, more than a decade later, their vision is starting to align with the institutional moment we are in. But this is where the story takes a sharp turn. XRP spent years locked in a brutal regulatory battle with the United States Securities and Exchange Commission. A case that started in 2020 finally saw a major resolution in 2023. The court ruled that XRP, when sold on secondary markets, is not a security. This ruling changed everything. Because suddenly, XRP was back on major US exchanges. Back in the hands of institutional custodians. And back on the radar of funds looking to allocate capital to real-world blockchain use cases. Now fast forward to 2025. Ripple has expanded its reach across over 55 countries. More than 30 central banks are either directly testing or studying Ripple's CBDC platform. Their flagship product, RippleNet, is now integrated with real-time payment corridors in Asia, the Middle East, and Latin America. This is not theory. This is real deployment. And XRP is a critical piece of the underlying liquidity puzzle. But what does smart money think? Let us look at the data. Ripple has raised over $300 million in funding since inception. Notable backers include Andreessen Horowitz, CME Ventures, and SBI Holdings. In 2024, Ripple acquired Standard Custody, a regulated crypto custody firm, boosting its appeal to institutional players. And in early 2025, Ripple inked a partnership with the Digital Euro Association to support CBDC research. Developer activity on the XRP Ledger has quietly increased. According to Electric Capital's 2025 developer report, XRP Ledger saw a 28% year-over-year growth in active developers. Grants from RippleX, the developer arm, are being distributed globally to encourage DeFi, NFT, and identity protocol development on the ledger. So why is XRP not front and center in the headlines? Because institutional adoption does not make noise. It builds silently, strategically, and with patience. But that does not mean there are no risks. This is crypto, and volatility is the norm. XRP has an unusually high token supply. Out of the total 100 billion XRP, over 55 billion are already in circulation. Ripple still holds a significant portion, though locked in monthly escrows. This structured release has caused investor concerns over dilution. In addition, the global regulatory landscape remains fluid. Despite progress in the US, jurisdictions like the United Kingdom and Japan maintain distinct compliance frameworks for crypto assets. And competitors are not standing still. Stellar, Swift GPI, and even emerging Layer 1 blockchains are racing to capture the cross-border market. So let us weigh both the bull and bear scenarios. On the bullish side, XRP becomes the de facto bridge asset for institutions seeking instant, compliant, multi-currency liquidity. Its integration with central bank digital currency systems positions it as a neutral settlement layer. Transaction times under 4 seconds. Costs below 1 cent. And scalability that already supports over 1,500 transactions per second. But the bear case remains. Lack of native staking or yield mechanics limits DeFi integration. Retail interest in XRP has cooled compared to trendier tokens. And any misstep in escrow management could trigger confidence issues. Still, one thing remains true. XRP is built to scale across jurisdictions. Its recent hook into sidechains, including the Ethereum virtual machine-compatible XRPL sidechain, opens new doors. Developers can now port Solidity contracts into the XRP ecosystem. This enables smart contract functionality previously missing, and positions XRP to play in both TradFi and DeFi arenas. What happens next might surprise you. Because in 2025, Ripple announced its plans to go public. Yes, an IPO. The implications of this are massive. A Ripple IPO could become one of the most watched financial events in blockchain history. It will expose Ripple's books, its revenue streams, and its deeper integration into the traditional banking system. If successful, this could mark the final bridge between institutional finance and open-source crypto rails. And XRP would be right at the center. Let us not forget community and governance. The XRP army, once known for its aggressive advocacy, has matured. The focus has shifted from memes and hype to builder culture. RippleX's dev grants, regional hackathons, and university partnerships are yielding real results. Meanwhile, the XRP Ledger Foundation has taken on a stronger governance role, managing network upgrades and validator coordination. XRP's community is not the loudest in crypto, but it may be one of the most persistent. And that matters in long-term adoption. So where does that leave us? Can XRP lead the next phase of institutional crypto, or will it remain a niche settlement layer? The answer lies in momentum. XRP is no longer a speculative bet. It is a strategic infrastructure play. Its design, its partnerships, and its direction point toward a long game. And in crypto 2025, long games win, because short-term hype fades, but real adoption does not. Stay sharp, stay strategic, and keep wayfaring.